Good evening. My name is Cliff Chapman. I'm the Director of Provincial Operations for BC Wildfire Service. The intent of this video is to provide an update on fire activity in and around the community of Fort Nelson, British Columbia. Over the weekend, wildfire activity in the northeast of the province increased dramatically. An incident management team was deployed to Fort Nelson on May 9th in preparation of a cold front, which we believed might increase fire activity in the northeast of British Columbia. The Parker Lake wildfire started west of Fort Nelson on May 10th and exhibited fast growth and high fire behavior. At the time, the cold front passing elevated fire activity on all fires burning in the area. BC Wildfire Service firefighters and the Fort Nelson Municipal Fire Department responded immediately. Helicopters and air tankers were relocated from other wildfires to support in their response on site of the priority wildfire, which was the Parker Lake wildfire just outside of Fort Nelson. Tactical evacuations were carried out by the Northern Rockies Municipal Fire Department and the RCMP. Extreme winds and dry conditions drove this fire towards the community of Fort Nelson. Since May 10th, BC Wildfire Service and the Municipal Fire Department have remained active in a 24-hour response to protect structures, build guards, and continue with air operations to support response. Due to increased risks, increased winds, and increased potential fire activity, the BC Wildfire Service, Incident Management Team, and Incident Command Post, as well as the Emergency Operations Center of the Regional District, have made the decision to relocate to a safer location for the next number of days. This is to ensure continuity of response operations and primarily to ensure the safety of all responders on the Parker Lake wildfire. Due to continued forecasts for high winds, please ensure that you are following BC Wildfire Service and local authorities for important updates on the Parker Lake fire and other fires in the area to ensure that you keep yourself and your family safe. Due to the aggressive and extreme fire behavior, we strongly recommend that people avoid travel in and around the Fort Nelson area. The highways in the area are closed and will likely remain closed for at least the next 48 hours. If you are still in Fort Nelson or anywhere in the evacuation order of the Parker Lake wildfire, I encourage you to leave. The fuels are as dry as we have ever seen. The wind is going to be sustained and it is going to push the fire towards the community. Escape routes may be compromised and visibility will be poor as the fire continues to grow.
My name is Ben Boghean. I am the Fire Behavior Specialist on the Parker Lake wildfire. The next 48 hours will be challenging for the Northern Rockies Regional Municipality, given forecasted westerly winds and extreme dry and volatile fuels in the area. This region has experienced multiple years of drought, with a below normal snowpack this past winter. As a result of this, our forests in the Fort Nelson zone are very receptive to new fire ignitions and rapid rates of spread. The Parker Lake wildfire ignited on May 10th during a strong wind event and grew 8 kilometers in 4 hours after detection. This rapid growth highlighted how dry and volatile forest fuels are up here and just how much potential there is for extreme fire behavior in the area when sustained winds reach 15 kilometers an hour. As of 1500 on May 12th, the Parker Lake wildfire is threatening structures along the Old Alaskan Highway west of Fort Nelson. Winds are anticipated to continue to increase this evening and will remain elevated through the day on May 13th, with forecasted winds over 20 kilometers an hour. As a result of these winds, our current fire behavior projections show the community of Fort Nelson may be impacted during the morning of May 13th. Strong winds and dry fuels will result in the Parker Lake wildfire to continue to spread west-southwest towards Highway 97, the Fort Nelson First Nation and Musqueam area throughout the day on May 13th, with a time to impact of 1800 on May 13th. As winds pick up overnight on May 12th and extend through the day on May 13th, it will create an extreme fire behavior environment that will challenge current control lines and pose a safety concern to our wildfire personnel and emergency services. On May 14th, we are expecting to see a reduction in fire behavior as wind speeds reduce, but there's still going to be a threat in the area until we get some rain.
Thank you, Ben. As Ben discussed, we will continue to respond to the Parker Lake wildfire as long as it is safe to do so. We anticipate the next 24 hours to be very challenging on the Parker Lake wildfire for our responders, as well as for the community, which is impacted by this fire. We want to thank you for the support to date on this fire, and we will continue to be engaged to protect people's homes and the community of Fort Nelson.